Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another apartment renovation. And this time we're in 2B Jasmine Suites. However, it's a little bit smaller, and that is because I platformed off half of the apartment. Now, I think it was a couple weeks ago when we got the basement treasures kit. That could be more than a couple weeks at this point. I don't know. Time is an enigma to me. But when we got that kit, I did like a little tiny NYC style little studio apartment, and I really enjoyed it. And I've seen a lot of people doing this. My very good friend Rachel Ped did this as well, where you use the platforming ability in The Sims 4 and you go ahead and just platform off a section of the apartment and then work with this little tiny section. And I wanted to do that here because I wanted to work in an apartment and I had zero ideas. So what did I do? I asked my very dear friend Rachel Ped, and I was like, hey, I need an apartment idea, help. And she was like, have you done like an artist loft or something like that? Like an apartment for an artist, you know, with like a ton of plants and everything is mismatched. And she just gave me this beautiful vision and I just went with it. And this is what I ended up creating. So we're working with a much smaller space. Like, to be fair, it's a decent sized apartment, but already you can tell that the living space and the bedroom are one and the same. They are literally just one conjoined room. And even though this is for an artist, I didn't give them, you know, I don't know. I could see an artist having like 3 or 4 different easels in their space where they're constantly working on different pieces. I didn't do that here just because I did want to make sure that there were not so much that there were, just that there was enough space for me to do everything that I wanted to do, because we know that the proportions in The Sims 4 are a little bit wonky sometimes, and being able to fit in at least a couch, and I wanted like a television, I wanted a stereo in here, and a lot of other fun pieces as well. Like I've got laundry in here, which was kind of fun. I think I put it closer to the kitchen area though, and I wanted there to be, when I say a full dining set, I mean at least a setting of 4. I wanted it to be a lot more livable than some of the cramped spaces I've done before. So with that being said, I decided to only give them 1 easel, but I did use that decoration piece. I think it's like a wall art decoration technically. It sits on the floor, but it's a bunch of stacked half finished and somewhat and completely finished canvases. So I do use that just to kind of show that they have been working on multiple pieces. And I just wanted this to be very kind of eclectic and mismatched like Rach suggested. So that's what we did. We made it a little bit cluttered, which I really enjoyed. Things don't match. They don't look like they go together. I use this old television from the Basement Treasures kit as well. That has slowly become one of my favorite kits, by the way. I'm just saying, now we just, as at the time of me recording this, we just got the announcement of the Book Nook kit and the Grunge Revival kit. So one is Create a Sim and one is Build and Buy. By the time you see this apartment renovation, those will have been out already, and we likely will have streamed and looked at these kits together. So I'm trying to think future tense here, but they look really cool and I'm assuming I'm going to like them. But anyway, the Basement Treasures kit has slowly become one of my favorites, as well as the Greenhouse Haven kit. I really like them. I kind of get into a conversation about kits every time there's a new one, which makes sense, but I really like kits. I still do. I think that they give players an opportunity to kind of just get the pieces that they want, you know, the pieces of the game that are important to them. So for me as a builder, I get excited about the build and buy kits, but I'm also a game player. And as always, I'm going to mention that I hope we get more gameplay kits in the future, because we got 1 and that's literally it. And even though I don't spend a lot of time in Create a Sim, I think a lot of the Create a Sim editions have been really nice too. But anyway, we are working on the kitchen and the dining. Now, I did do some mismatching with the chairs at the dining table, which I really enjoyed. I think it really brought the entire look together. And I used just a cheaper countertop. It wasn't the one from City Living, but it's the one from City Living is identical to the one from Base Game, except it's like really distressed and kind of grungy looking. I didn't use the one from City Living. I used the one from Base Game, and I used some cheaper appliances as well, but hopefully they're not going to break like all the time. And then I put the washer and dryer, I believe, next to the fridge. And then there is another, I think it's a career unlock item. It is a stack of well, it's like a storage thing for canvases. I'm assuming it's for them to dry and for you to store them. And it's huge. And I put it next to the washer and dryer as well, which may not be the best spot for it, but I digress. I put it next to the washer and dryer just to kind of show that they had been working on a ton of different things as well. And they're in a little studio apartment. They don't really have the room to store these things at all. So we've got some completed ones over here by the kitchen / the bed. And then we also have that storage rack over on the other side of the apartment as well. And then of course the bathroom is separate because I don't know any studio apartment, or nor have I seen any studio apartment where the bathroom is open to everything else. I'm sure there are some. I take that back. I haven't seen it in person, but oh my gosh, I call it the TikTok, okay? I was on the TikToks. That's what the kids call it these days. And there was this really like wonky floor plan tour. I don't know if it was an apartment or a house or whatever, but you had to literally like walk through, I don't know, it was weird. You had to walk through certain rooms. Like you had to walk through the bathroom to get to the kitchen no matter what. So if someone was in the bathroom, like if you lived with someone else, you'd have to walk through there or wait for them to get out to go to the kitchen. I don't know. It was really weird. It was a really weird layout. So like stuff like that I've seen, but like in person, I've never seen that. Anyway, I'm just adding a few more details here to this space. I did give them a sketch pad. Now I did use the tool mod to move that, but thankfully you can just plop that in your Sims inventory and then they can use it. So it's not a problem. Also gave them a laptop and that decorative kind of sketch pad looking thing from the Everyday Clutter Kit. That way it looks like they're always working on something somewhere at some point. And now I did change the swatch of the countertops just to kind of darken it up a little bit. It was a little bit too bright compared to the rest of the apartment. So I did change up the swatch and then we just decorate the kitchen, which is very minimally decorated. I didn't go nuts. They do have a microwave. They have a coffee maker because I think that they are up at all hours of the night trying to paint and just create. And, you know, inspiration usually strikes late at night for me. So maybe I'm not going to say other artists because I am not an artist in any capacity, but maybe other people, maybe artists, also experience that. I don't know because I am not one. I also add a trash bin over here and then we just decorate this little entryway area with a mirror and I want to say like another plant. And then we decorate the bathroom really, really fast, which has a shower tub combo, sink and a toilet. And that's pretty much it because it's kind of a skinny little bathroom. There's not much to it. I also add some shoe clutter here as well. And now this could work for 1 sim or 2 sims, by the way, because you can access both sides of the bed. But that's pretty much it for this apartment renovation. I hope you all enjoy it. It is a room that you download from the gallery. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Day